Hi Taurus, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. This reading is intended for Taurus Sun Moon risings. If you are someone who is here checking up on a Taurus that you're interested in, you are welcome. Cross watchers, you do need to be aware of the fact that I'm a very honest reader. So if you hear or see something that you don't like about your Taurus, you have been warned, okay? Cross watch at your own discretion. You've been warned at your own caution. So today we're doing a monthly love prediction for you, Taurus. We're going to look at the month ahead, starting from mid-March to mid-April. I'm going to open your reading by getting an oracle card, which will tell us the main theme that your sign can expect to experience when it comes to love in the month ahead. So Taurus, please, Spirit, when it comes to love. That was quite quick, Taurus. Oh, okay. We have the courage of your love, which is in this deck the number 38. We have two people standing here on this platform, gazing forward, almost like looking at their future, because in their eyes we see almost two other figures. So I feel like, sweets, if you're in a relationship, you may be being called to take a step forward in the month ahead towards an outcome that you've been wanting. I'm hearing craving for some of you. It just may require a little bit of courage. Now, the number 38 is interesting. I see you expanding and creating new patterns, new behaviors, new trends, new cycles. But I see that the way that this is coming into fruition is that you've already laid the seeds. It's almost like we're just fertilizing what's already been sown and ensuring our future is more fruitful because of that fertilization. So I feel like many of you are either dealing with someone or you have a strong idea of what you want when it comes to love. And we're just trying to find ways to move forward, ways to set new healthy cycles, and ways to fertilize what we've already planted when it comes to love to ensure that we have a successful harvest. I'm going to pull tarot out to get more specific about the next 4 weeks for you. So for Taurus, please, Spirit, what is happening in love for Taurus over the next month? Oh, excuse me, card's fallen. What is happening for Taurus? Okay, we have the Death card coming out for you first. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Fool card as well in the reverse. And I'm just going to get one more card, Taurus. Bear with me. What is happening next in love for Taurus, please, Spirit? What is happening next in love for Taurus? Oops, these cards. Ay, Dios mío. What is happening next in love for Taurus, please, Spirit? Okay, that's bizarre how that came out. We have the Ace of Swords coming out for you as well as your final card. So Taurus, I'm getting some insane energy from you. I want to look at your bottom deck energy and then we'll look at your tarot cards. So I'm seeing Saturn peeping out of the deck. So I feel like you are being put through a trial here when it comes to your love life. Your love life seems to be about the long road and, oh my God, I apologize. My phone. I thought it was on silent. I must have turned it off. I took a break between readings. I apologize, Taurus. But your love life is more about the long term, and it's testing your commitment. It's testing how badly you want the things in your life to work out. And it's really testing your hard work, your commitment with the Eight of Pentacles, excuse me. I see a cycle here that's really calling for you to put your head down and just focus on the task at hand. Almost like you need to remove your emotions in order to be successful. You got to just kind of focus on the task itself. The Eight of Pentacles tells me this is about hard work. This is about almost completing something in a repetitive way, because I see this as a cycle, and the cycle will inevitably end. And then perhaps when it does is when you can have the joy or the reward, the emotional reward. It's an interesting reading, Taurus. I don't love this energy for you, but I think that this reading is going to help you navigate some of the challenges you experience when it comes to your love life. We start your reading with this Death card. Now, the Death card over here tells me that in your first week, which is either happening right now or in the middle of March, okay? That's our timeline. Your first week will be the middle of March. I see that something has to end in order for another thing to begin. Death is talking about a rebirth for you, but it comes with an uncomfortable, almost bittersweet feeling of something ending first. It may be about figuring out how you want to start fresh as well, and just reconciling some of the feelings that you're experiencing over this bittersweet energy. But I very clearly am seeing one cycle ending and a new one beginning, and it feels like we want to be happy, but we're struggling to, because our emotions are wanting to grieve the ending as well. Now, I want to clarify this card because I just want to know more about what this Death card has to do with your love life. So the card that I'm seeing is the Four of Wands as your clarifier. This is affecting your home. It's affecting your stability. It's affecting you, the way that you see your happy ending as well. The Four of Wands for me is a celebratory card of union and almost marriage as well. So it could be affecting, if you're married, your marriage or your close relationships. I feel like a relationship is transforming in your life and you're finding a new way to move forward, creating a new opportunity to have harmony. So that first week, which is either happening right now or it will be happening very soon for you, in mid-March, Taurus, I see that you need to embrace this ending as an opportunity to bring a newfound sense of stability into your love life. If you're single, Taurus, there's something that you need to walk away from in order to have your union and your happy ending, your harmony. If you're in a relationship, we do need to use what we've learned about this ending in order to set new trends for our relationship that can help it be more successful. There's a lesson here I feel that you're learning right now when it comes to love, and you may be learning vicariously through somebody else's experience or through somebody else's hardships as well with Saturn, but this is also about your lesson and you learning and evolving. Now, in the second week for you, we have the Four of Cups coming out. Now, in terms of our timeline, this will be the end of March. So Taurus, at the end of March, you're feeling as though you're kind of lukewarm when it comes to love. You feel as though you've missed an opportunity here. You guys may just be feeling a bit bored when it comes to love. I want to say content though. It's like you're not necessarily looking for something exciting, but every now and then you're kind of like, oh, I wish I could have done this or done that. It feels a little stagnant, but I think that it's also you balancing out your emotions after this death experience in that first week. So the end of March is almost like you trying to stabilize your emotions. Yes, you may be bored at times, but it's still better than feeling kind of twisted by this ending. So can I clarify that Four of Cups? What is going on here for Taurus? We have the Nine of Wands. So I do see there is a feeling here of keeping things going smoothly. If you're in a relationship, I feel like you're really fighting for this relationship to go smoothly, and it's almost to a fault because you're not getting your emotional needs met. If you're single, it feels like you're having to kind of figure out where to from here, because the Nine of Wands isn't a possibility for a long-term solution, but it is an opportunity for us to reconsider our way forward, because we can't keep doing things like this, otherwise we're going to reach burnout. So creative strategizing is the goal, but I think what's actually happening for you, Taurus, is that you're running out of steam here, and you're running out of you feel defensive, if I'm honest, like you're running out of stamina. It's almost like You're just dealing with your situation. If you're in a relationship, I do sense that your person's needs are overshadowing yours at the end of March. And if you're single, your circumstances don't seem to be aligning with the effort that you believe you're putting in. It's kind of a frustrating position to be in, if I'm honest with you, Taurus. I want to move on to this first week of April because I want that to fill in the gaps for us. I can see in the first week of April here, we have the Fool card in the reverse. And the thing about this Fool card energy is it feels like you've got baggage that is causing delays when it comes to a new beginning. This Fool card is almost like we have to address something in order to move forward. And I think that there may be a level of naivety involved in this situation, or we may be just too afraid to take that leap. We may just be held back by the things that we have not been able to address and resolve. What is happening here with this Fool card? Can we clarify for Taurus? What is happening with this Fool card in the first week of April? We have Judgment in the reverse. There's definitely something from your past that is holding you back, like baggage. There's an issue here. This is your karmic lesson with Saturn. There's an issue here from your past that is resurfacing in the third week of this monthly love predictions reading. And in terms of our timeline, this will be the first week of April. This issue is something you've been made aware of previously. It was either not resolved or it's resurfacing because we still not have dealt with a way of overcoming it once and for all. Now, the idea behind this issue coming back is that it is highlighting baggage that is holding us back from moving forward with our lives. We have to address this baggage. We have to identify it as a limitation or a blockage in some way. And we have to find a way to move forward by either cutting ourselves free from the baggage or simply handling it and dealing with it. It almost feels like an emotional issue that we are struggling to get closure on, especially with the Death card and the Four of Cups here. I was getting a very difficult emotional energy within you at the beginning of this reading, and in the Fool energy it feels like we're struggling to deal with those emotions, almost like we thought we were okay, but it's kind of resurfacing again in April. And I want to say that the goal here is to prepare you for a new beginning. I see two cards here highlighting new beginnings, but they're both reversed. And they seem to be reversed because of this issue in your past. Now, Judgment can look at a resurrection sometimes, and we have Death here as well. So it's possible that this has to do with the physical ending of something. But I want to say with Judgment there, the idea is that something from our past is resurfacing and it's highlighting baggage that needs to be addressed. So in that second week of April, which is the fourth week in this love reading, we have this Ace of Swords reversed. And an ace for me is always an opportunity, something new, in this case a new idea. The reason why this card is reversed because this idea isn't new though. You've thought of this before, it's a recurring thought, and it is now screaming at you to pay attention to it. It feels like if we don't listen this time, we're going to regret not doing something. We're going to regret not acting upon it, not saying something once and for all, getting something off our chest, because sometimes when the Ace of Swords is reversed as a prediction, it is predicting a wrong judgment or a regretful decision. So I want to say with that card being there, that you have every opportunity to address something that you've already considered and to ensure that you do what you need to ensure you're not making a regretful decision. We have the Tower and the Ace of Wands. So the thing about this is these are warning signs. If we don't pay attention, the universe has a way of correcting them for us. When we're dealing with karma, this is like dealing with the scales of the universe. Energy corrects itself eventually. So if we do not take action, the universe will take action for us, and these things will find a way to destroy themselves in order to create the opportunity that was intended to happen. I see that this is supposed to be a creative opportunity for you, a way of expressing yourself, a way of giving yourself an outlet and finding a sense of purpose through love once and for all. And I'm not just talking about romance. Taurus, you seem to be on a bit of a soul journey right now, and the universe has your back and is trying to help you through these changes that are going on mostly internally. But I want to say that you resisting the change and the changes that are yet to come is only going to cause more disaster in terms of friction, because these changes were inevitable. And I feel this Tower could be working with you, and you could accept things for what they are and allow these changes to happen, or it could be working against you, in which case this could be a very tumultuous month ahead. But the goal here is to give you a new sense of purpose and to give you a new outlet, a new way of expressing yourself when it comes to love and moving forward with a newfound purpose when it comes to love. Some of you, this involves having a child with the Ace of Wands, a birth. But if we're not talking about a child, we're talking about creating through love. And this could very well be a new interest that is fostered into a purpose that can help others and help yourself. So I do believe that this new beginning is inevitable, and the goal is to get you there with your cooperation, obviously, naturally. But if you resist this change, and if you are unable to resolve the baggage that arises, then it is going to inevitably happen to you anyway. Bottom of the deck of my clarifying deck, we have the Hierophant card. So that Hierophant is telling me that serious changes are intended for your love life over the next month. These changes are in an attempt to help you grow, give you wisdom, and ensure that you are progressing. I think getting advice from people you love and trust may be helpful throughout this month. But I want to say that you are closing and correcting a lot of karmic cycles here in the month ahead. So let's get some closing advice for you, Taurus. What is the advice for Taurus when it comes to love over the next month? What is the advice for Taurus, Spirit, over the next month when it comes to love? Okay, sweet peas. We have wisdom. I knew it. I knew this would come out for you. I feel it all through your reading. You're going through a bit of a spiritual upgrade here, a soul learning curve, and it feels quite uncomfortable. I'm sweating so much. You have no idea. I'm filming in this room sporadically throughout the day. The sun's setting and I'm sweating so much for some reason. So I don't sense that this change is comfortable at all for you. The wisdom card in this deck is also the Bay card, so it's bay leaves. It's associated with the fire element, Leo, and the number 22. Now, you are intended to level up through these changes, through this experience. Taurus, you are intended to be someone wiser with a stronger sense of direction, purpose, and an opportunity to teach and share your knowledge with others. The goal right now is to create and to inspire and to be inspired, full stop. You're not supposed to be helping anybody except yourself right now, doing the bare minimum in order to pave the way for future endeavors. The number 22 tells me that you're not supposed to be doing this alone. You are supposed to be accompanied by people who can support you, whether these are teachers, like the Hierophant was suggesting, people who can give you trusted advice, or loved ones in general. The courage of your love seems to be about your stamina to overcome the challenges ahead by encouraging you not to give up. And I want to say that as these opportunities manifest for you, it is also about having courage to take them and courage to step towards them and courage to leave these things in the past where they belong. Leo is saying that this journey has to do with discovering self-expression, creativity, and passion. I also sense for some of you that this is ultimately going to bring the joy that you may have been seeking into your life. So your advice is to let this process wisen you, teach you, and don't be afraid to ask for advice and support along the way. You are not supposed to be alone, even though this process may be isolating, especially if you've been going through it until now. So please look after your beautiful self, Taurus. That has been your monthly love predictions reading. It felt like so much more than that. I know we're supposed to be focusing on love, But I see that there's another message here about your life in general, and it has to do with bringing the passion back, bringing purpose back, and closing doors to your past to help you move forward towards the future that you deserve. So it's been a pleasure to read for you, Taurus. Take care. I hope you have a wonderful, prosperous month ahead, and I hope to see you in my next monthly predictions video. Bye for now, Taurus.